Tonight in Fairfax County, Virginia, the doorstep to the nation's capital and the headquarters of the National Rifle Association, the Fairfax County School Board will unequivocally call on the U.S. Congress and state legislatures around the nation to adopt stricter gun control measures to protect our students and employees from the terror of gun violence that has plagued our country for far too long.
Please let Mr. McElveen continue. I know this is emotional, but please, if you'll have a seat and let Mr. McElveen continue. Thank you for your attention here. Thank you. Mr. McElveen.
At some point over the past 2 decades since Columbine, school shootings became commonplace, making America the one country on earth where these incidents regularly occur. Over time, they came to disappear from the front pages of newspapers as quickly as they occurred. But every few years, the issue has jolted back into our collective conscience, whether it was Virginia Tech, Sandy Hook, or now Parkland. And after every tragedy, school systems like ours regroup and look for new ways to improve school safety. But the responsibility for addressing these incidents cannot and should not be relegated to school systems alone. At the state and national levels, the result has always been the same: finger-pointing, misinformation, inaction. And the same powerful lobbies that have kept us running in circles for the past 2 decades are at it again. Just today, the head of the National Rifle Association, Wayne LaPierre, said that opportunists wasted not 1 second to exploit tragedy for political gain. Mr. LaPierre, this board's action tonight, as well as the actions of our students and students around the country, are not exploiting a tragedy. They are honoring the lives lost to gun violence and saying very loudly and clearly, never again. I was an 8th grader. I was an 8th grader when Columbine occurred, and I remembered how jarring it was. My first thought, as is often the case with most of us, was that it seemed so far away and that it could never happen here. But over an entire generation of failed policymaking later, we've seen countless communities who never could have imagined such an incident succumb to the same violence. This past week, I fielded countless messages from students on social media who say they are fearful of going to school, and from parents who are afraid to send their kids to school. But in spite of their fears, students have summoned the courage to join with their peers in Broward County to march to state capitals and to the White House with the purpose of holding elected officials accountable, saying that they've had enough while proposing thoughtful policy solutions. The students of Broward have been such powerful advocates, just like students in Fairfax County and other districts around the nation. They have seized this moment, their moment, to rise up and demand change. They have galvanized even the most disillusioned among us to take action. Students have quipped that it now appears the kids are acting like adults and the adults are acting like children. With the passage of this resolution tonight, we are saying that the group of adults at this dais stands with the kids, and we will use our positions as elected officials to amplify their voices as far as we can make them go. Now, let me be clear. Our school system neither endorses nor opposes the various forms of organized protest in which our students are engaging. But I can say that we support their freedom of expression through speech, assembly, petition, and other lawful means. My message to those students who wish to exercise their First Amendment rights is that, as one member of this board, I stand with you, and I am so proud of you. As someone who ran for elected office at a young age and happened to win, I can tell you that you are far more powerful than you think you are. You are our future leaders, and we as educators must do everything we can to teach you how to lead and allow you to exhibit that leadership on causes about which you are passionate. There will be some who will say that bringing a resolution like this is not productive and that it doesn't do anything substantive. On claims of that nature, I will push back forcefully. As elected officials, it is our job to represent our community, channel their needs, raise the collective conscience, and take a reasoned stand. Our passage of this resolution tonight is not just a call to our legislators, but to all school districts across America to join us in this advocacy. I invite school boards across the nation to join with Fairfax County in adopting this resolution or resolutions like it, and to continue holding all of our country's elected officials accountable until they fix this problem. I encourage my colleagues to draw upon the collective energy and the courage of all of those gathered here tonight to support this resolution on behalf of the safety and security of our children and our entire community. And to our community, and most importantly, the students gathered here tonight, I will leave you with the words of Margaret Mead. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has.